whose areas of research encompasses the PASSET themes of food security and mining. We also have another 29 scholars at different stages of their studies and research. I also note that the host country of this forum, Kenya, similarly has 3 PASSET alumni and 22 scholars at different stages of their studies and research. All the member countries are different stage and have their own alumni as well. Already, several positive outcomes are beginning to emerge. Alumni get new positions in their countries and start new university departments and contribute to existing ones. Additional trained human resource and skilled researchers at African host universities. Innovation ecosystem strengthening at African host universities. During the days of the forum, we will have an opportunity to discuss the green economy, future of work, bringing together PhD scholars, faculty, university representatives, international partners, industry, and other stakeholders. This is in relation to the thematic areas of PASSET, which are food security and agribusiness, climate change, energy, including renewables, artificial intelligence and data science, mining, minerals, and material science. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot end my remarks without acknowledging and thanking the leadership of the Ministry of Education of Kenya, the World Bank team, the local and international organizing committees, and everyone who worked tirelessly to ensure the success of this sixth PASSET Forum. I look forward to the outcomes of this PASSET Forum as we continue to strengthen it as a major force for accelerating the quality of higher education and skills for the future of the African continent. Thank you very much for the kind attention.
Another round of applause for Madam. Ladies and gentlemen, just to break the monotony of speeches, I just want to welcome a lovely girl called Grace Wanjiku for some poem. Where is Grace? Where is Grace? Hey, Grace, come. Pigeni makofi akija kwa jukwaa. The sound people, just make sure the girl's mic works. Grace Wanjiku.
Yes.
The stage is yours.
Yes.
Okay. This should be very interesting. Okay, are we about to finish so that we can give Grace an opportunity? Grace, you ready? Yeah? You ready? Mm-hmm. I'm sure in the audience you're wondering what Grace is up to, but it's a poem, but with some bit of demonstration, just to reflect the theme of this particular conference. Grace has spent the whole time just practicing for this. And so we wait for her to do her show. Okay, shall we? Okay, shall we do this? Okay, Grace, you have the stage? Okay, take it away.
My father's smartphone is no longer a smartphone.
Grace deserves a hearty clap. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Grace Wanjiku from... Ladies and gentlemen, just before I hand over the program for now the official opening, just want to say one or two things for African countries. There is no better time than now to accelerate our socio-economic transformation by developing skilled professionals in applied sciences, engineering, technology fields, so that millions of youth like Grace, when she grows up, can integrate into an increasingly innovative and technological workforce and address the continent's challenges through scientific and technical research and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, I now want to hand over the rest of the program to the PS Department for TVET, Dr. Esther Moria. Please welcome, Madam.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Minister for Education, C.S. Mashogu, all the protocols as established. Good morning. Good morning again. I want us to have a more speedy program because our two cabinet secretaries are supposed to move on to a cabinet meeting. So allow me, without much ado, to welcome Ms. Muna of the World Bank to make her remarks. Madam Muna, please.
Good morning. It's very difficult to go after that beautiful little girl, but I'll do my best and I'll try to go reasonably quickly. Thank you so much. It's really an honor to be here. I'd like to acknowledge and thank His Excellency Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, whose leadership shapes the foundations of the work that we're doing today. Honorable Claudette Irere, Chair of PASET, as well as State Minister of Education in Rwanda. Rwanda's steadfast dedication to PASET has really set the future, and so we're very thankful. Obviously, Dr. Ezekiel Machugu, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, thank you so much for hosting us, the significant events showcasing your unwavering support for regional collaboration and development. Your Excellencies, other permanent secretaries, PASET Governing Council, executive directors and board members, consultative advisory group, and the Secretariat, your strategic insights and dedication in the steering committee of the PASET initiative, specifically the planning of this forum, is greatly commendable. Our gathering this week has two unique, very connected activities. One, the 6th PASET Forum under the theme Leveraging Technology and Knowledge and Skills Ecosystem in Africa's Industrialization, and the annual conference for the Regional Scholarship and Innovation, PASET's flagship Pan-African Science Fund. PASET is an important regional initiative. I think we all know that. Hence, since its establishment in 2013, the World Bank has been honored to contribute to its mission. PASET serves as a convening platform for African governments and their partners to maximize investments in increasing skilling capacity of TVET institutions and research capacities of universities in applied science, engineering, and technology, fields critical to accelerating Africa's economic development. In its increasing digital and green world, with the recognition that by 2050, Africa's greatest asset, its young people, will constitute 35% of the global youth population, PASET's mandate is more important now than ever. The strategic imperative TVET within Africa's economic landscape is undeniable. Yet, as we all know, and I'm sure many of us have visited, TVET institutions across the continent continue to face challenges to delivering on their promise. Inadequate funding, too few well-prepared teachers, outdated training equipment, limited digital infrastructure, and a mismatch with industry skills development, not just those of today, but in preparation for the jobs of the future. These challenges, while significant, also offer substantial opportunities for innovation in collaboration among governments, TVET institutions, the private sector, and international partners. It is my hope that as this forum deliberates over the next few days, opportunities for peer learning across countries and a call for action on innovation and modern solutions to some of these challenges will emerge, along with a roadmap to turn those ideas into reality. I'm glad that this specific PASIT meeting is here in Kenya with the TVET theme, because I think we have a lot to learn from Kenya's success, and I look forward to the next days learning myself. The RCEP annual conference themed Skilling for Africa's Green Economy and Future Work, while also looking at strengthening today while planning for tomorrow, will focus on lessons from the higher education, highlighting RCEP's success stories. And there are a lot of success, and I think the Honorable Minister already highlighted that, so I will jump. I will just say that it does focus on some key thematic areas, including agribusiness, digital technologies, including big data and artificial intelligence. These sectors are highly relevant for today's global discussions and are central to Africa's future green economy. I think lastly, I just want to say the World Bank, in addition to its support to PASIT, is also supporting national and other regional skills development and higher education projects with an active tertiary education portfolio of over $7.9 billion, half of that in the Africa region. These include the East Africa Skills for Transformation and Regional Integration Project, and I saw some things out there, so I hope you have a chance to look at them, as well as the Africa Higher Centers of Excellence, the ACE program, as well as bilateral efforts. We have programs in Tanzania and Seychelles, and Senegal, to say, for example. I think the World Bank does realize, however, that this important agenda is beyond financial investments. New thinking and new approaches are vital. The World Bank, therefore, continues to promote Africa-led and Africa-relevant research and innovation to deliver transformative solutions and technologies to people and economies across the continent. I think at the end, I just want to say once again, we're very thankful to be there. We strongly support PASIT and encourage other African governments and partners to join. I eagerly anticipate the outcomes of this forum and express my sincere thanks to everyone contributing to this transformative event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my sister, and all I picked or wanted to pick from your speech is the call for action to leverage on TVET in industrializing Africa, which we have to do. Allow me to invite my boss, Honorable Ezekiel Mashogu, to come and recognize the other ministers, give his speech, and invite our chief guest.
Yeah, thank you, Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Republic of Kenya, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Chairperson of PASIT, my sister, the Minister for State of Education in Rwanda, Madam Wirere, my sister, Minister for Education, Uganda, Dr. Monica Musenero, and then Professor Aminata, the Executive Director of PASIT from Senegal, Dr. Muna from World Bank, and all of you, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Your Excellency, this morning, first and foremost, we want to welcome all the delegates to this 6th PASIT conference, and to assure them that they are actually back home, because Kenya happens to be the origin, the cradle of mankind. So we say, from all over Africa and wherever you have come from, please welcome back home. And Your Excellency, one very key thing has been done here, because the young one, I think the lessons we learn, particularly in this conference, as I was looking around, even as we came in, people were hooked with their phones. Actually, even as she was here, demonstrating. I saw quite a number. I don't want to name them, but it is also a reason that we are having babies not in form of a smartphone, not only in our homes where we ignore our children, our wives, our husbands, and then focus on their phone, but even when we are in a great conference like this one. So I would ask that all of us focus on the topics of the day. We leave the baby aside. That is rule number one. As we are in this conference, please let us put our babies aside, and also a great lesson that in this life there are better and abundant things to do, particularly in focusing on the family, because it is very key, so that these gadgets, of course, they assist us in communication, but we also have to remember that they are not all that abundant for us to ignore other responsibilities. Your Excellency and all of us, it is my pleasure to welcome our esteemed guests and the delegates to the 60th PASET Forum here in Nairobi, and in particular, my sister minister from Uganda. Please, Daktari, you can stand and wave so that they can be able to know you. I'm sure you were able to know my sister, the Minister for Education from Rwanda. Last year, the 5th PASET conference, we had it in Rwanda, and today she's here as the chairperson. Please, again, we appreciate you, and we thank you for organizing and spearheading this great movement. My sister, the Chief Executive from Senegal, all the way from Senegal, you can see as she came in, the Kenyan ladies were admiring the fashion and saying, next time they want to be like Senegal. And we appreciate our sister from World Bank, because what we have been able to achieve so far, Your Excellency, is because of the kind of support that we have been able to get from World Bank. We appreciate you. Please stand so that we are able to appreciate you. Sir Isipe, the Chief Executive Officer of Isipe, I think is here, where is coordinating us. Yeah, thank you very much for the very crucial role you have played. I'm sure we are going to know each other, many more who are here. Your Excellency, I wholeheartedly welcome my colleague ministers from our partner states who we have worked with on the journey of organizing for this important event over the last few months, and there are others who are on the way coming. So by evening, we should be able to have all the other countries that are not represented here as of now. Allow me to say, Karibuni Kenya. Karibuni Kenya. To all of you, our 500 also delegates in the room this morning. Your Excellency, participants here today are drawn from the 11 PASET partner states of Senegal, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Kenya, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Mozambique, Nigeria, and Tanzania. The theme of the conference is leveraging TVET in the knowledge and skills ecosystem for Africa's industrialization, which provides an opportunity for the partner states to reflect on the gains made from 2013 when PASET was first established, while at the same time crafting strategies to address. This forum is therefore a perfect example of African countries taking the lead and providing African solutions to address unique African challenges through collaboration. Indeed, we are optimistic that PASET programs in universities and the TVET in Africa will continue to afford a platform for millions of African youth in universities and tertiary institutions to advance their knowledge and skills in scientific research and innovation and be part of this future success story of Africa's renaissance. I am happy to report that here in Kenya, And as other member states, we have gained immensely from our membership in PASET. So far, 25 Kenyans have fully been sponsored for PhD training, and the University of Nairobi and Kenyatta have been identified as African host universities in physics and material science and engineering, respectively, with 41 PhD scholars. In addition to that, the International Center of Insect Physiology and Ecology, ICIPE, based in Kenya, has been given the coordinating role for the Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund. Lastly, I thank all the Ministers of Education, Your Excellency, representatives from partner states, private sector, universities, research agencies, academies, and the donor organizations for finding time to attend this important forum. Ladies and gentlemen, with those few remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to invite His Excellency Dr. Musalia Mudavadi to address the delegates. Please, Your Excellency, sir, welcome.
Good morning, and please be seated. First, let me qualify that the remarks I'm making are not mine. They are the remarks of His Excellency the President, William Samoei Ruto, who would have liked to be here, but as you've heard, there are commitments that are taking us away from this session. But he did request me to come and speak to you through him, through his words. And therefore, there's no spicing or alteration. I'll read it as it is, but maybe towards the end I may make a remark or two. Your Excellencies, the ministers gathered here, my good brother Honorable Machogu, Minister for Education in the Republic of Kenya and the host of the 5th PASET Forum, our visiting ministers, Professor Aminata Sall Diallo, Executive Director of PASET Executive Board, Professor Ghulam Mohamed Bai, Chair of the PASET Consultative Advisory Group, the head of the World Bank on this program today. She has spoken to us. The representatives for the International Affairs of Ministry of Economy and Finance of the Republic of Korea, distinguished delegates attending the PASET Forum, good morning. When I stood before this similar gathering here in Kenya in 2017, little did I know that I will again come face to face with the same eminent African leaders, great scholars, and astute technocrats, only 7 years later. During the 2017 Fourth Partnership for Skills in Applied Sciences, Engineering and Technology Forum, I welcomed you to this great country as I served as Deputy President. By good fortune and through the grace of God, I am here today welcoming you to our country for the 5th Forum PASET as the Head of State. Karibuni tena. Remember, it's him speaking, not me. As we gather here in Nairobi, we must look back at the previous 4 PASET Fora held since 2013 in Ethiopia, Rwanda, Senegal, and Kenya, with a tinge of pride and satisfaction over the tremendous strides we have achieved so far. This assembly represents a momentous milestone in our shared quest to propel the fields of science, technology, and engineering within sub-Saharan Africa to greater heights. It offers us a precious opportunity to ensure our collective efforts are directed towards fostering socio-economic transformation across this vibrant region. The Partnership for Skills in Applied Sciences, Engineering and Technology is the key to Africa's needs of addressing challenges hindering Africa's research output and quality, more so in the STEM subjects. Perhaps nothing speaks to these challenges facing research in Africa more than the fact that only about 29% of research in sub-Saharan Africa, with the exception of South Africa, emanates from applied sciences, engineering, technology, and mathematics. It is further worrying that the STEM research in Africa has been declining by 0.2% annually since 2002, according to World Bank data. Further still, statistics indicate that Africa is estimated to have 198 researchers per million, compared with 428 in Chile, 4,260 in Canada, 4,269 in the United Kingdom, and 4,663 in the United States. Data also show that only about 7% of the population in Africa is pursuing higher education, compared to 30% worldwide. Additionally, less than 1% of academic journal articles come from academic institutions in Africa. This unimpressive situation calls for an urgent increase in the pool of graduates with PhD without compromising on the quality of studies. Indeed, the World Bank estimates that African universities should produce over 100,000 PhDs in the next few years in order to help reverse challenges facing Africa today. While universities are rapidly expanding in Africa, the pace of PhDs is unable to meet her needs. The number of PhDs enrollment against total student enrollment in universities in Africa is generally low at 2% of the total university student population. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons Africa struggles in generating impactful research is underfunding. Of course, this is not deliberate, as Africa has its own unique challenges that hinder the deployment of its scarce financial resources to research. As a result, most African countries' budgets for research are less than 0.5% of their GDP, against the recommended ratio of not less than 2% of the GDP. While Kenya is one of the countries with the highest funding of research in Africa, at 0.8% of the GDP, we are still short of the target and committed towards bridging the gap. It is against this background that PASET's efforts to confront the challenges I have just described are timely and commendable. I appreciate the strides covered by PASET from its inception, including outcomes of the last conversation held in 2017 during the 5th PASET Forum here in Nairobi. I am delighted to share with all of us that PASET is our initiative. The governments of Senegal, Ethiopia, and Rwanda, our esteemed founding members, paved the way for what we witness today. But our membership has now grown to embrace several countries, all united by a common purpose to elevate the fields of science, technology, and engineering across sub-Saharan Africa. Today, PASET has grown to comprise 11 member states, who include Kenya, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Mozambique, Nigeria, and Tanzania. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to each PASET member country. Your unwavering support, dedication, and commitment have fueled this journey. Together, we shall forge ahead, creating pathways for innovation, progress, and prosperity. In 2018, Kenya took a significant step by joining the PASET. This partnership, dear friends, is not merely an affiliation. It is a testament to our unwavering dedication to advancing knowledge and skills across our nation and beyond. Today, I reaffirm our commitment to the objectives of PASET and the Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund. We recognize the critical role these initiatives play in nurturing talent, bridging skills gaps, and driving sustainable development. I assure you of my unwavering commitment to enhancing tertiary education within Kenya and across our region. Since its inception in 2013, PASET has been at the forefront of driving innovation, fostering collaboration, and empowering countless individuals and institutions across the region. Guided by the Charter of Partnership for Skills in Applied Sciences, Engineering, and Technology, we have made tremendous strides in addressing critical skills gaps and laying the foundation of promoting sustainable development. Kenya recognizes the importance of PASET, together with its flagship program, the Regional Scholarship Innovation Fund. We believe in the regional approach to strengthening science, technology, and innovation for responding to the emerging challenges of Africa. I am pleased to confirm that PASET goals align well with the Kenyan government strategy to enhance science, technology, engineering, and mathematics areas in our education sector. I am pleased to announce that under the Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund, aimed at supporting PhD scholarships and research projects in priority areas, Kenya, through its initial contribution of 2017-2018, has leveraged additional funding to benefit a significant number of scholars and institutions. The government of Kenya contributed $2 million to the Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund in 2018, a contribution that supported 18 PhD scholarships. These Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund students benefited from the highest quality of PhD training with advanced research and training institutions across the United States, United Kingdom, Europe, South Korea, and Africa. This success underscores the importance of collective action and collaboration in achieving our academic goals. I wish to state that to date, 25 PhD scholars have benefited from Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund. 68% of them are women. The Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund beneficiaries are equipped with advanced technologies, research skills, and relevant international, regional, and national networks. Therefore, we expect that the beneficiaries of these scholarships will enhance positive growth in their respective institutions and develop centers of excellence in their areas of study. 2 Kenyan universities, the University of Nairobi and Kenyatta University, were competitively selected as African host universities to train Regional Scholarship and Innovation Fund PhD students and are currently hosting a total of 41 students. This selection as African host universities is an important stamp of approval that universities in Africa are globally competitive. It is clear that progressively there is need to enhance international partnerships, particularly South-to-South partnerships, to enhance our collective goals and vision of PASSET. This is so important given that PASSET initiative has improved links with countries such as Korea, Morocco, South Africa, Brazil, among others. The international exposure through partnerships will give our graduates a better understanding of how we can grow industry and the knowledge economy, increase productivity, and create more jobs. As we march forward, we need to bring in more African governments to achieve better economies of scale and scope, and thereby reducing the cost of training, hence train more students. Ladies and gentlemen, the economic challenges facing the world today is a big risk to the sustainability of the PASSET program. There is an urgent need to establish a PASSET permanent fund, as well as develop sustainable structures to manage this initiative. Kenya is conscious of the tremendous promise in the exploration of innovative funding mechanisms, new sources of revenue, and partnership with the private sector, including through the sale of carbon credits. As you are aware, I launched the African Credit Markets Initiative during the COP27. And although still a nascent market, Kenya accounted for 20% of the carbon credit. This achievement serves as a testament to our unwavering commitment to environmental stewardship and sustainable development. Therefore, as we navigate the complexities of the global economic landscape, let us forge ahead with determination and resolve. Together, let us seize the opportunities that lie before us in order to secure a brighter future for generations to come. As we gather here today, our focus remains steadfast on addressing the skills gap in key areas critical to economic development. Digital technologies, climate change, energy, minerals, mining, and material science and food security and agribusinesses are at the forefront of our agenda. These focal areas represent not just challenges, but also opportunities for innovation, growth, and prosperity. In line with our theme, leveraging technical and vocational education and training in the knowledge and skills ecosystems of Africa's industrialization, we recognize the crucial role of TVET in building a skilled workforce. By integrating TVETs into our broader knowledge and skills ecosystem, we will be able to unlock the full potential of Africa's industrialization. On this note, I am glad that PASSET acknowledges the critical role of TVETs and has identified priority sectors that include transport, energy, manufacturing, and ICT. I am optimistic that the programs developed to address challenges and generate opportunities in these sectors will not only create jobs, but will trigger industrialization with those sectors as the epicenters. I also hope that plans by the PASSET Governing Council towards harmonization of standards and mutual recognition of qualifications for priority occupations, the establishment of regional technical TVET centers for policy research, strategy development, and knowledge dissemination, and capacity development for Africa skills competition, among others, are progressing well. Looking ahead, I am happy that the actions and discussions that will be held in this forum are aligned to the international, African, and local contexts on the role of education, science, and technology to Africa's resurgence. I am also happy to note that the forum's proceedings speak to the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs 4 in particular, Africa Agenda 2063, and the Science, Technology and Innovation Strategy for Africa 2024, among others. The foregoing policies have strongly agitated the role of mission-oriented science, technology, innovation, and scientific research in addressing Africa's challenges. I am certain each state party has domesticated these policies to chart their own course. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, as we travel this journey together, let us reaffirm our commitment to excellence, innovation, and inclusivity. Let us leverage our collective expertise, resources, and networks to drive positive change and shape a brighter future for generations to come. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all fruitful deliberations and look forward to the innovative solutions and collaborations that will emerge from this forum. I also urge you to find an opportunity to enjoy Kenya's rich flora and fauna. Asante sana, God bless you.
Thank you very much, Makofi Tena. Minister for Higher Education and Scientific Research, Yayi Radekan. Can you please appreciate her? Thank you very much and welcome. I think now we will give my boss time to go and attend the cabinet because I'm the host. He has given me permission, and His Excellency the President of the Republic also did, because I can't leave and my fellow ministers are here.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I was about to get away with it, but somebody said that I said I may have to add a small remark. At a personal level, let me say that this is indeed a very, very important gathering, and I want to commend the Ministry of Education and all the people who have packaged us for this session. It's important. A few days ago, I had the benefit of attending a pediatric national conference, and there was a professor there, Professor Lokoye, a doctor, and he was tasked to give some talk on matters of artificial intelligence. I'm not very schooled in that area, but one of the things he tried to answer was that, can artificial intelligence, or will artificial intelligence replace the medical doctor? And at the end of it all, his argument was that no, artificial intelligence will never replace the medical doctor. But the doctor who uses artificial intelligence will definitely outrun and outpace the doctor who is not using artificial intelligence. That was his conclusion. So I think what we're trying to do here is perhaps to really confirm that he was right. We have to skill our people so that they can take us to the next level. But it is clear we cannot be replaced. Human beings will always be there. So it is us to actually harness our talent, our knowledge, and this forum provides that very good opportunity for convergence so that we can exactly do that and be able to make Africa better. The other quick point is that in terms of trade, as an example, 30% of Africa's trade is intra-African. Only 30%. 70% of Africa's trade is actually with the rest of the world, particularly Europe and other areas. So that means that amongst ourselves, again through you, skilling our people, we have an opportunity to rapidly increase inter-Africa trade and get our people working together. So again, it becomes a challenge to you. Finally, yesterday we were talking to the conference on interconnectivity in Africa, and I gave a simple analogy, a conversation I had in Paris the other day when we were addressing the issue of of Sudan. The world was called upon to raise $2 billion for humanitarian intervention. The target was 4, the pledges came to 2 billion. I want to bring this again because conflicts in Africa are causing havoc. They are disrupting education. Right now, the statistics from UNHCR indicate that as at the end of 2023, about 98 million children in Africa are out of school because of conflict. Now, instead of converging in Paris to raise money for science and engineering and mathematics and our schools, the world is being forced to converge in various capitals to raise money to intervene in conflict. So as Africa, even as you look at the issues you'll be discussing here, just try and put that into perspective, that we really have to sort ourselves out. We really have to sort ourselves out because it is not possible that we will always be going out there to have resources that can be directed to agribusiness, to our infrastructure, to our education, are being canvassed so that they can make interventions in areas of conflict. It is not sustainable, it is not healthy, it is not wise, and we collectively must find solutions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. With your permission, I will exit. Thank you.
Bona Prime Cabinet Secretary, kindly we seek your indulgence for a photo session, if you do not mind, just some 2 minutes. Yeah? Yes. Bona Prime Cabinet Secretary, just some 2 minutes for a group photo with yes please. Yes. The Prime Cabinet Secretary will also be joined on stage by the ministers present and the 2 PSs from Kenya. Kindly. Thank you so much, Bona Chief Guest, for accepting. So the first photo will have the chief guests, the ministers, and the 2 PSs, and then after that, you may just move a bit, kindly. So the first photo, the chief guests, the ministers, and 2 PSs. Then we'll have the second one where you'll be joined by the executive members of PASET. Thank you. Kindly, let's have the executive members of PASET to join quickly so that we can release the chief guests. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As the photo session is continuing, after this we shall proceed on